なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, hello Fusion Warrior mains. I know you're eager to see how well SHALLET performs here. I'll be honest, it's been a little bit of time since I've used SHALLET or kept up with the story, so from what I understand, they reused quite a bit of animations, which is certainly a choice. I understand they wanted to make sure that players got SHALLET. He is definitely a cool character, but I think it would have been smarter to deviate up a bit. We'll make that a whole separate video. I asked over on Twitter for people to give their thoughts, and let's just say the overwhelming majority aligned one certain way. Either way, from the preview, they told us that this character has a pretty notorious blue card, inducing 100% chance for feint, anti-endurance, and no switching. So maybe what they made up for, what they may have lagged in animations, they decided to give in terms of kit. Let's see what he does. Use Element Light to fight back against enemies with an element advantage. A legend, Super Saiyan God SHALLET joins the fight. Number 1, change to Element Light when at an element disadvantage. If SHALLET is at type disadvantage when the enemy activates a blue card, Ultimate, Awaken Arts, or Rush, or when there's an area change or the enemy switches characters while SHALLET is on the field, you'll change to Light type. And get this, Light type has no element disadvantages. I get it that this is his signature thing. It just seems so odd that they were talking about not wanting to give people so much type neutral. Right? Isn't this weird? Everyone has it. Now we got this light type thing going on here. I don't know. It's just so bizarre. You think they threw in their design philosophy change into the bin? You think they just quit? It kind of feels like that. It feels like they stopped trying. It definitely feels like that. Number 2, unique gauge excelling in offense and defense. When SHALLET uses a strike or blast when the unique gauge is 25% or more, draw green and increase your damage. If you instead receive an attack, your enemy's ki will be reduced by 25, giving you a chance to stop their combo in its tracks. Number 3, blue card arts that activate powerful effects at... Oh, it's random. You don't get all the effects, it's totally random? Destroy all blue cards in hand to activate random effects based on the number destroyed. Overwhelm your opponent by activating multiple powerful effects that can boost damage guard penetration, inflict feint, prevent switching, and more. Show your enemy the incredible power of Super Saiyan God with this Super Saiyan Twin Fusion. Interesting fact, SHALLET is the first Fusion Warrior that had Super Saiyan God. Isn't that cool? Legends being a trailblazer in that front. Either way, they start as green plus. Z ability is for Game Original, Fusion Warrior, or God Ki. Blast attack. So at 14 stars, 38% blast attack and defense with strike defense for Game Originals. Strike arts have blast armor. Enemy takes additional damage received, similar to Ultra Super Vegito. Blast cards, same idea. Cool. Blue card activates a powerful effect at random that can prevent enemy switching, inflict feint, and more. By destroying special move arts, the number of effects that activate will increase. So, massive impact damage. On activation, 50% blue card damage. Also, destroy all blue cards in your hand, then activate a number of the following effects at random equal to the number of cards destroyed. The same effect cannot be activated multiple times. So, I'm guessing... Let's see. On blue card hit, inflict 100% chance for feint for 3 counts, which cannot be cancelled. Damage guard penetration plus 50%, which cannot be cancelled. Limit enemy healing and prevent all switching. Destroy all the blue cards in your hand, then activate a number of the following effects at random equal to the number of cards destroyed plus 1. So, just activating the blue, 1 blue card, will give you one of these effects at random. But the more you have in your hand and you destroy, the greater the odds of you inflicting another one of these effects. I mean, the element of randomness is definitely Legends-esque, and I guess they wanted to play into that. But okay, that's fine. Because what are the odds of you getting all 4 of these? You need to destroy your entire hand of blue cards to get it. But knowing my luck, I'm going to get a smack with this all the time. All the time. Okay. Alright, green card. Draw a blue card and protect your hand. Pummel your opponent with powerful special move arts. Ah, so that's how it stitches together. If you use an arts card, with your key being above a certain amount, draw a green. Your green card guarantees drawing you a blue. Therefore, that can play into you stacking various effects here. I see. That's a little fun sort of quest style gameplay with using this character. Okay. Draw blue. Draw a card if your hand has 3 or fewer. 50 key, unique gauge plus 10%, 30% damage inflicted, nullify cover change, and protect your hand. Your ultimate. On hit, seal the main ability for all enemies and inflict subcounts. Supreme impact damage. On activation, 50% damage, nullify endurance. On hit, seal all enemy main abilities and all enemy subcount plus 3. Main ability, increase your overdrive gauge charge rate by 50%. Destroy a card to draw your ult. Thank the heavens. I always say it, but I'm not really a fan of characters that have to that don't destroy a card to draw the damn ultimate. 30% health, 50 key, unique gauge overdrive charge rate plus 50%. That's nice. Cancel attribute downgrades under normal conditions. Starter ability, SHALLET has endurance, nullify attribute downgrades under normal conditions 3 times each. 340% damage, 290% damage guard. I'm going to assume there's another amount somewhere else. Maybe if they have him with more game original characters, but it would be interesting that Trunks and Gohan have 310 and their mascot gets only 290. 70% key recovery, level 1 card draw speed, nullify attribute downgrades and under normal conditions up to 3 times. Endurance and ally damage plus 20%. Nice little baby support. Temporarily change to light element when you're at an element disadvantage. Fight back when you're at a disadvantage on either offense or defense. On entry, draw a card if you have 3 or fewer. Heal 10%, 40 key, nullify cover change, destroy a card, destroy one enemy card draw speed -1. Just your standard stuff, right? When on the field, on area change, or when enemy switches, draw a card if your hand is 3 or fewer once. Activation resets on switch. Damage plus 30% for 10 counts. Enemy key -20. Okay. 30% damage is a lot for an enemy switch. If you're at an element disadvantage, you become light type for 5 counts. You get 20% damage for 10 counts. When on the battlefield, an enemy uses a vanish step. Key plus 20. Seal enemy special arts. Is this foreshadowing? Hold on, is this foreshadowing an AoE green? Maybe. I don't know. I don't like this. AoE green incoming for the Ultra. Notice how switching to light element cannot be cancelled. Can't take away... I guess... Would switching your element type count as a buff? I guess in this case it would, so hey, at least it doesn't have to get removed. While not defeated, an enemy activates an ultimate, awaken arts, or rush. Health restore plus 100%. Health restore plus 100%. Subcount -5. Cancel enemy buff effects. Health restore plus 100% for 5 counts. I wonder how that plays in. I don't know if this essentially doubles the healing effect from endurance that gives only 50% recovery. I don't think it does. No, I think it does. Yeah, no, I think this does. Okay, so they basically want SHALLET to have a whole filled up life if you use him to tank the hit. But notice how it says while not defeated. He doesn't need to be on the field to debuff the big moves. That's what our good friend Legend Rose has, and is what made the meta feel like it would not move forward. SHALLET has that infamous thing as well. While not defeated, if you're at an element disadvantage and the enemy activates a blue, ultimate, or rush, switch to light type for 3 counts. Cover change against strike arts, chainable with a blue. His unique gauge. If the unique gauge is 25% or more, consume it for offense or defense buffs. When using a strike or blast arts, get an increase to damage, and when taking an arts attack, get an increase to damage guard. Key consumption type. Starts with 25% charge. Holy crap, so much. So much. My pre-workout is clearly still affecting me. With at least 25% unique gauge on strike or blast arts use. Draw green. 30% damage, uncancelable up to 60%, level 1 card draw speed. Wow. So it sounds like you're going to want to start with SHALLET on the field. He starts with 25% charge. You're going to want to use a card so you can get this damage buff. And then when you swap out of him and you bring him back on the field, you'll be able to earn the other 30% damage inflicted. It reminds me of Future Gohan. The old LF yellow Future Gohan. Level 2 card draw speed as well. With at least 25% unique gauge and you're hit by the arts, heal 10%, get damage guard. Ally subcount -1, enemy key -25. Okay. Activation reset on switch. By 25% on strike or blast arts hit, use with at least 25%. By 25% when hit by enemy's arts with at least 25% 2 times. Oh! So this can activate twice? Wow, so this procs twice. So if you have 50%, wait, hold on. Is this going to be like Turles's? I think it is. So what happens is it'll consume 25% of the unique gauge, but this effect activates twice within the 25% usage. So Ultra Turles had the same thing, a unique gauge that was sort of like a consumption type, and it would consume a little bit of it and then apply an effect to him. So that's the same thing here. So 25% unique gauge, hit by an enemy's arts. So if you're hit, you will activate the healing plus 10% twice. You'll get another 20% damage guard, ally subcount -2 in total, and enemy key -50 within this 25% consumption. That's really, really strong. This right here, that's very, very strong. But on the offense, it only uses it once. Charges moderately on ally arts use according to key consumed, so just like Ultra Sword of Hope. Legends action, recover key by 50% and also increases the unique gauge. Activation low area, on Legends action, 50 key, 25% unique gauge, chainable with the blue or alt. SHALLET looks good. Does he seem ridiculous? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he's like crazy. I think he looks good overall. I can't help but feel they were scared of making him too strong because he goes light type. It's either that or they decided everything that makes SHALLET special is going to be this. But he seems alright. Nothing like insanely crazy. They sort of made him a fun gimmicky character based off of this. The blue card killing. Because all of these effects are so powerful. Right? 100% chance for fate is nuts. 50% damage guard penetration is nuts. Limit healing is strong too. It's sort of an underrated debuff effect just because so many characters heal. Like Broly is such a good example of this. And then locking in is powerful too. So, interesting gimmick character that looks good overall. But I think they held back a little bit out of fears of this. I think he looks good. But he doesn't scream like, oh my god, lunacy, insanity. This is a good defensive tool. This is really good offensive abilities. But the entire play is around his blue card. Which again, you can chain with the Legends action. But the difference between him screaming, oh my god, this guy's the most broken character ever. And him feeling like just a good character. All hinges on which one of these hit you. If you get hit with this, oh my god, he's #1, best character ever. If you get hit with this, then he just screams good. Either way, you let me know what you think overall about SHALLET. I think he looks good. I think he'll be an interesting character overall. RNG within your RNG. But until next time, like a slot machine blue card. But until next time, peace.